Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right for retirement, but something just doesn't sit right about the plan? Because if you're relying on a Roth 401k to fund your golden years, there's something major no one's telling you. And for folks like Joe and Diane from Peoria, Illinois, it almost cost them everything. But before we get to their story, we need to look at what's happening right now. Last week, CNBC ran the headline, U.S. debt hits 34.6 trillion. Treasury eyes record borrowing to cover rising interest costs. And Bloomberg followed it up with a stunner. The era of low taxes is over. Washington eyes wealth. Retirement accounts next. Let me say that again. Retirement accounts are now in Washington's crosshairs. If you're counting on a Roth 401k to save you, you need to ask one thing. What happens when tax-free no longer means what it used to? See, the Roth 401k is often sold as the smart play. Taxed now, not later. Sounds great, right? Until you remember who controls future tax law, not you. You paid your taxes up front, but the rules about when and how you take your money out, those can change, and they have, multiple times since 2019. Just ask Joe and Diane. They were 62, recently retired, and sitting on a Roth 401k with $543,000. They thought they were in the clear until the IRS introduced new required minimum distributions on Roth 401ks starting in 2024. Suddenly, their plan wasn't so tax-free anymore. And with new proposals in Congress, it's clear, control over your retirement isn't a guarantee. That's when Joe made a move. He took $250,000 from their Roth 401k and rolled it into a gold IRA. Why? Because physical gold is one of the few assets that Washington can't inflate, devalue, or freeze with the stroke of a pen. It's not tied to a currency that can be printed into oblivion. It's real wealth in your control. And that decision? It started with a free gold IRA guide and a no-obligation call with a retirement specialist. No gimmicks, no free silver bait, no pressure sales. Just real answers from someone who listened. And now, Joe and Diane sleep soundly. They still hold Roth money, but the core of their nest egg is protected, hedged in hard assets. That call gave them options, control, and peace of mind. If you've got over 100K in a traditional or Roth IRA or 401k, and you're worried about rising taxes, political instability, or the dollar's decline, you need to look into this too. Just grab the free gold IRA guide. It takes 30 seconds. No strings attached, just clarity and education. Because you work too hard to build your retirement. You deserve to protect it and pass it on to the next generation with confidence. This isn't about fear. It's about being smart before the storm. Don't wait for Congress to decide your future. Click below, get the free guide, and take back control. The same way Joe and Diane did